Hey there, welcome to the Ukestuff channel and welcome to this demonstration and tutorial of my chord melody arrangement of Wellerman, which was a very popular TikTok version of the sea shanty a couple years ago. Still a very popular song. As far as I know, it is not under copyright. It's a folk song, a sea shanty, even though there is a version that's obviously copyrighted as a performance. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to demonstrate it on GCEA, then I'm going to demonstrate it on DGBE baritone ukulele, and then I'll do a tutorial on GCEA, and then a tutorial on DGBE ukulele as well. Now, I do want to mention that this is available for free on my website. So if you go to ukestuff.info and you look at my tabs or my arrangements and you look under chord melody, you'll see Wellerman for GCA or Wellerman for DGBE. And if you want to support the work here in the channel, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like the video. Second, you can subscribe to the channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff. All right, let's begin with the demonstrations. All right, let's go through what you need to do to play Wellerman. Let's start with just the chords. Okay, so you have a D minor chord, and you have various parts of that. You might just play strings 4 and 3. You might play all 4 strings. Then there's a G minor chord, then a D minor chord at the 5th fret. So take your first finger across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret, pull against the fretboard. That'll give you most of your sound. Add your thumb, and then add your ring finger to the 4th string 7th fret. Then we're back to the D minor chord again, then an A7, and D minor. Now, we're going to do a B flat chord at the 5th fret. So you're going to take your first finger across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret, pull against the fretboard, add your thumb behind it. Then make the F shape. Now, next we're actually going to go to the F chord in its 2nd position. First finger goes to the 1st string 3rd fret. All right? And then what I do is I bend my ring finger like this to play strings 4, 3, and 2. Now, you can play it other ways. You could put your first finger on that 1st string 3rd fret again and then add your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers in a row. If that works for you, go ahead and do that. It doesn't work so well for me. We've got that G minor chord again. And then we're back to that bar chord at the 5th fret for the D minor. Then that B flat again. So that's a quick change. So D minor to that B flat is just 1 finger being added. Then you've got your F chord again. And that again is first finger with that partial bar chord or lifted ring finger there. Or fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row if that works for you. A7 and then D minor at the end. Now let's go through every note of the song. All right, so we start off with the 1st string open. Then make the D minor chord, leave it there for a while. Here it plays strings 4 and 3, string 3, string 2, all 4 strings, 1st string. All right, so that whole first full measure, because you don't count the pickup as a measure, that whole first measure is all D minor the whole way. Then we go to G minor chord. Then leave your finger in that G minor position, play the 2nd string. Now, I have you slide up to the 6th fret there. So you're going. That's what I found works best for me. If you find another way that works better for you, you can go that different route. So then you're in position to bar at the 5th fret. So take your first finger, put across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret, add your thumb, pull against the fretboard, and then play with your ring finger the 4th string 7th fret. Then repeat the 2nd string. Then I have you lift up on that last note, even though it is another A, but it's playing A in the 1st string. The reason I have you jump up there is that then you're in position to play the D minor chord again. Strings 4 and 3, string 3, string 2, all 4 strings, string 1, A7. Then walk down, 2nd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, twice, 2nd string open, and then part of your D minor chord on strings just 4 and 3. Now we're going to jump up to the 5th fret again. We're going to play the F shape, but it's really a B flat chord up there. So again, 1st finger across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret. Add your thumb. That gives you most of your sound. Then play the F shape. And you're going to do that twice. Then just the 2nd string. Then what we're going to do is we're going to slide down and we're going to play an F chord in the 2nd position. 1st finger is going to go on the 1st string 3rd fret. And then you have 2 choices. I try to bar my ring finger and let it bend like this and play strings 4, 3, and 2 at the 5th fret. That works for me a lot of times. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. You can also put the 1st finger down there and play strings 2, 3, and 4 in a row. If that works for you, it's a little harder with my hands to make that happen. Then repeat the 2nd string twice, and then strings 4, 3, and 2. Then an open 1st string. Then a G minor chord, 2nd string, G minor, keep it there, strings 4, 3, and 2. Then walk up and go 5, 6. So there's a little jump there. So you play, you're on that G minor chord, right? You repeat that, that G minor chord, then slide up 5, 6, however you want to do it, and then be ready to play that D minor chord that we learned earlier with the 5th fret bar. Then play the 2nd string, and then strings 4, 3, and 2. Now that B flat that we've learned, repeat the 2nd string, then that F chord shape again, 2nd string, and then strings 4, 3, and 2. 1st string open, A7 chord, 2nd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, 2nd string open, and then a D minor chord, strings 4 and 3. And that's Wellerman on GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele. Now let's take a look at baritone. All right, on Wellerman for baritone DGBE ukulele, I'll just mention that I'm not actually playing a baritone. I'm playing a concert with Pepe Romero baby baritone strings on it so I can tune it like a baritone. So just so that's clear, this is not a baritone scale. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go over the chords you need. You're going to need an A minor chord. Then you're going to need a D minor chord. Then an A minor chord at the 5th fret. Take your 1st finger across all 4 strings right above the metal 5th fret, pull against the fretboard, add your thumb for some support, and then add your ring finger to the 4th string 7th fret. Then back to your normal A minor chord up here. Then we'll have an E7, this is now the 3rd line of the song, and then an A minor chord again, but only strings 4 and 3. Now we're going to do an F chord at the 5th fret. So we're not doing it up here, we're doing it at the 5th fret. So 1st finger across all 4 strings right above the metal 5th fret, add your thumb for some support, add 2 fingers as if you were playing the C chord. Then we're actually going to play a C chord in its 2nd inversion. 1st finger goes on the 1st string 3rd fret, and then I do one of 2 things, but generally this is what I do. I bend my ring finger so I can cover strings 4, 3, and 2 and leave the 1st string open, and I do that at the 5th fret. Sometimes I get some buzzing though on that, and I've got to admit it, that happens to me, and I'm okay with it. It gets better with time and practice, right? But you can also put your 1st finger on the 1st string 3rd fret and then fingers 2, 3, and 4 if you can. It's a little harder to do actually for me on a concert than it would be on an actual baritone. That's one case where a baritone would be nice in this situation. I do have some, but this makes it easier for me to switch back and forth. You're going to play that C chord in a couple times, and then we're going to have a D minor chord again, and then an A minor chord up here again at the 5th fret. Then you'll have a switch where you'll just add 1 finger to the F chord up there, then a C chord, and then an E7, and then part of an A minor chord. Now let's go through the whole song note by note. You're going to start off by just playing an A minor chord, and you're going to be moving around it for the first whole measure. So 1st string open, strings 4 and 3. string 3, string 2, all 4 strings, string 1. Now D minor chord, string 2. Now here's a switch. I'm going to ask you to jump with your 3rd finger to the 2nd string 6th fret. That gets you ready to play this bar chord, the A minor, at the 5th fret. Bar across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret. Add your thumb for some support, and then add your ring finger to the 4th string 7th fret. Then play the 2nd string. Now, you could repeat that string again, but I have you jump to the 1st string open with that E, so you can get your hand in position to play the A minor chord that's coming, strings 4 and 3. And we're playing the A minor chord, right? So we can just jump from here. So we went 4, 3, 3, 3, 2 in terms of strings, all 4 strings. Repeat the 1st string, E7. Now, 2nd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, 2nd string open, and then your A minor chord, but just strings 4 and 3. Now we're going to jump back up to that 5th fret. That 5th fret is the motion point here. So 1st finger goes across all 4 strings right above the middle 5th fret. Add your thumb and then play the C shape. Repeat that again. Play the 2nd string. Then we're going to play a C chord, putting the 1st finger on the 1st string 3rd fret and then covering strings 4, 3, and 2 at the 5th fret. Then repeat the 2nd string and then strings 4, 3, and 2. Then lift up and play an open E string. 1st string open, then a D minor chord. 2nd string, strings 4, 3, and 2. Then slide up with your ring finger to frets 5 and 6 on that same 3rd string. And then you're going to bar at the 5th fret, and you're going to put that ring finger on the 4th string 7th fret. Repeat the 2nd string, then strings 4, 3, and 2. Then make the F chord again, which is really the C shape, by adding 1 finger. Then play the 2nd string, and then we're going to actually make a C, again with that sort of weird shape where I go 1st finger and then bend my finger, but you could go 2, 3, 4 in a row too. Either way that works for you. Then repeat the 2nd string, then strings 4, 3, and 2. Lift up and play the 1st string open for that E, then an E7. 2nd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, 2nd string open, and then the A minor chord, just strings 4 and 3. And that's Wellerman on DGBE baritone ukulele. All right, thanks so much for joining me for this demonstration and tutorial of Wellerman. Just as a reminder, it is available on my website at ukestuff.info, totally free. So just go to my website, ukestuff.info, look under My Tabs, and you'll see chord melody. Look for Wellerman GCEA or Wellerman DGBE. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more Uke stuff for you.